Hold on. Just hold on for 1 second. Do not move. Do not blink. Do not let your thumb carry you away to the next distraction, because what I am about to unfold in front of you is going to hit you like a freight train in the dead of night. It is going to knock the wind out of your lungs and leave you gasping for air. And I know you have been sensing something shifting in the atmosphere around you. I know you have noticed that certain people who are already spoken for, already committed, already wearing rings or making promises or building lives with someone else, they have been acting strange around you. They have been going quiet when you enter the room. They have been getting weirdly possessive when you give your attention to anyone else. They have been falling apart just a little bit inside every time you are near. And you have been telling yourself you are imagining it. You have been telling yourself you are reading too much into things. You have been telling yourself to stop being so observant, so sensitive, so aware. But Virgo, I am here to tell you that your awareness is your superpower. Your intuition is your compass, and it has been screaming at you to pay attention because what is happening is real, it is powerful, and it is leaving these people completely undone. And I am not here to fluff you up. I am not here to tell you pretty lies. I am here to deliver the unvarnished, unfiltered, undeniable truth about the effect you are having on people who should not be affected by you at all. People who have no business feeling anything for you. People who are already bound to someone else, and yet they cannot help themselves. They cannot control themselves. They cannot stop themselves from being drawn into your orbit like planets circling a sun. And it is driving them mad. It is consuming them. It is making them fall apart in ways they cannot hide and cannot explain. So before I peel back every layer of this, before I expose exactly what is happening beneath the surface, before I show you the chaos that your presence is causing in the hearts and minds of these already taken people, I need you to do something with me. I need you to seal this moment. I need you to lock in your energy and tell the universe that you are ready to receive this truth. So place your hand on your chest right now. Feel the warmth spreading through your body. Feel the rhythm of your heart. And if you feel a shiver run down your spine, if you feel a sudden jolt of recognition, if you know deep in your bones that this message was delivered to you for a reason, then hit that like button with intention, not as a casual tap, but as a stamp, as a seal, as a declaration that you are awake, you are aware, and you are ready to understand what is happening. And subscribe to this channel because Virgo, this is where the real truth lives. This is where the masks come off and the hidden things are brought into the light. And then drop a comment, just one word, undone, because that is what these people are around you. That is the effect you have. And that word is a mirror reflecting back the power you carry. Okay, Virgo, I am diving in now. I am connecting to the source. I am pulling back the curtain on the energy dynamics that are playing out in your life. And what I am seeing is so vivid, so intense, so overwhelmingly clear that it is almost too much to put into words. I see a room, a party, a gathering, a workplace, a social setting where people are mingling and chatting and laughing. And then you walk in, and the energy in the room shifts, it changes, it crackles with electricity. And there are a few people, specific people, who feel that shift more intensely than anyone else. Their breath catches, their heart rate spikes, their palms go sweaty, and they cannot explain why. They do not understand what is happening to them. All they know is that suddenly everything has changed. Suddenly the room feels smaller. Suddenly the air feels thicker. Suddenly they cannot think about anything except you. And these people, Virgo, these people are not single. They are not available. They have partners. They have spouses. They have commitments that they made in front of witnesses and under the eyes of God. And yet none of that matters in that moment. None of it protects them from the magnetic pull you have. None of it stops them from wanting to be near you, from wanting to touch you, from wanting to hear your voice and feel your gaze on them. And it terrifies them. It absolutely terrifies them because they know it is wrong. They know it is dangerous. They know it could destroy everything they have built, and yet they cannot stop it. They cannot control it. They cannot resist it. And so they go quiet. They clam up. They shut down because they are so overwhelmed by what they are feeling that they cannot find the words to speak. They cannot find the composure to act normal. They cannot find the mask that usually hides their true feelings from the world. And so they retreat into silence. They retreat into themselves. They retreat into a shell of forced indifference that fools no one, especially not you. And I am hearing initials. I am hearing sounds. I am hearing names that start with J or M or A, James, John, Joshua, Michael, Matthew, Marcus, Andrew, Anthony, Adam, maybe even a D or an R, David, Daniel, Robert, Richard. And I know your mind is racing right now. I know you are scrolling through your mental Rolodex of people you know, trying to match those initials to faces, and the face that makes your stomach drop, the face that makes your heart skip a beat. That is the one. That is the person. That is the energy I am talking about. And I need you to trust that feeling, Virgo. I need you to trust that recognition because your intuition is never wrong. It has never led you astray. And it is telling you the truth right now. So let me pull a card. Let me see what is really going on beneath the surface. Let me see what these people are feeling when they are around you. And oh my God, the moon just flew out of the deck so fast it almost hit me. Look at this card. Virgo, the moon is the card of hidden truths, of secrets, of things that lurk in the shadows and refuse to come into the light. And what this card is revealing is that these people are hiding something. They are hiding their attraction to you. They are hiding their fascination with you. They are hiding the fact that they think about you constantly, dream about you, fantasize about you, and they are ashamed of it. They are embarrassed by it. They are terrified that someone will find out, and so they go to great lengths to conceal it. They overcompensate by being cold. They overcompensate by being distant. They overcompensate by pretending you do not exist. But the more they try to push you away, the more they try to suppress their feelings, the more those feelings grow. They swell like a tide. They burn like a fever. They consume them from the inside out. And when they are around you, all that suppressed desire, all that hidden longing, all that forbidden attraction comes bubbling up to the surface, and it manifests in ways they cannot control. They go quiet because They are afraid of what they might say. They get possessive because they cannot stand to see you give your attention to anyone else. They fall apart because they are torn between what they want and what they know is right. And it is a battle they are losing. Virgo, they are losing it badly and they know it. And that is what makes it so painful for them. That is what makes them so undone. So let me pull another card. Let me see what else is happening. Why they get so possessive, why they cannot stand to see you with anyone else. And okay, the Queen of Wands just appeared, and this is you, Virgo. This is your energy. Look at this card. A woman sitting on her throne, holding a staff that is alive with fire, a sunflower at her side, a cat at her feet, and she is powerful. She is magnetic. She is radiant. And what this card is telling me is that you have an energy that is so bright, so warm, so captivating that people cannot help but be drawn to you. You are like a beacon in the dark. You are like a bonfire on a cold night. You are like the sun that makes everything grow. And when you give your attention to someone else, when you laugh with someone else, when you touch someone else, when you even look at someone else, these people, these already taken people, they feel a pang of jealousy so sharp it cuts through them like a blade. They feel a surge of possessiveness so strong it shocks them because they want that attention for themselves. They want your focus. They want your warmth. They want your light. And they cannot stand to see it directed at anyone else. Even though they have no right to feel that way, even though they are already with someone else, even though they have no claim on you, they still feel that possessive tug, that primal need to have you all to themselves. And it drives them crazy. It makes them irritable. It makes them short tempered. It makes them act out in ways that surprise even them. They become cold toward you. They become distant. They become almost hostile because they are trying to push you away, trying to protect themselves, trying to convince themselves that they do not care. But the more they push, the more they reveal, the more they betray themselves, because their actions are not those of someone who does not care. They are the actions of someone who cares too much, someone who is terrified of what they feel, someone who is trying to run from something they cannot escape. And the most beautiful part, Virgo, the most ironic and beautiful part is that you are not even trying. You are not doing anything to provoke this reaction. You are just being yourself, just existing, just showing up and being the magnificent, radiant, powerful queen that you are. And that is enough. That is more than enough. That is everything, because your presence alone is a force of nature. And these people, these already taken people, they cannot handle it. They cannot cope with it. They cannot resist it. And so they fall apart. They crumble. They lose their composure. They become a mess of conflicting emotions that they cannot hide and cannot explain. And I am seeing something else, Virgo. I am seeing that some of these people are actually trying to sabotage themselves. They are trying to push you away so hard that they are hurting their own relationships. They are picking fights with their partners. They are withdrawing from their commitments. They are making choices that seem inexplicable to everyone around them because they are so consumed by their feelings for you that they are ruining everything else, and they do not even realize it. They do not even see it. They are so caught up in their own internal chaos that they are blind to the destruction they are causing. And that is not your fault, Virgo. That is not your burden. That is not your responsibility because you did not ask for this. You did not invite this. You did not do anything to deserve this. You are simply existing, simply being, simply shining. And anyone who cannot handle that, anyone who falls apart in your presence, that is their own work to do. That is their own shadow to face. That is their own healing to pursue. And you cannot do it for them. You cannot fix them. You cannot save them. All you can do is stay in your own power, stay in your own light, stay in your own truth, and let them figure out their own mess. So let me pull a third card. Let me see what you need to do with all of this, how you need to protect yourself, how you need to navigate these complicated dynamics. And okay, the high priestess just appeared, and this is you, Virgo. This is your power. Look at this card. A woman sitting between two pillars, a veil behind her, a scroll in her hand, and she is the keeper of secrets, the guardian of mysteries. She knows things that others do not. And what this card is telling you is that you need to trust your intuition. You need to trust what you are sensing. You need to trust that you are not imagining any of this. You are not being paranoid. You are not being dramatic. You are seeing the truth. You are feeling the truth. You are knowing the truth. And that truth is that these people are affected by you in ways they cannot control and cannot hide. And you are not responsible for that. You are not accountable for that. You are not obligated to do anything about it. All you need to do is stay grounded, stay centered, stay in your own energy, and not let their chaos become your chaos. Not let their confusion become your confusion. Not let their falling apart become your falling apart, because you are the high priestess. You are the one who sees, who knows, who understands, and you are also the one who protects, who guards, who sets boundaries. And I want you to set boundaries, Virgo. I want you to be clear with yourself about what you will and will not tolerate. I want you to stop second guessing yourself. Stop making excuses for them. Stop trying to be nice when your gut is telling you to be cautious. Because your safety, your peace, your well being, that matters, that is important, that is non negotiable. And you do not owe anyone access to you. You do not owe anyone your time, your attention, your energy, just because they are drawn to you, just because they want you, just because they cannot handle their own feelings. That does not mean you have to be available to them. That does not mean you have to entertain their confusion. That does not mean you have to be the object of their obsession. You are not a support animal for their emotional turmoil. You are not a mirror for their unprocessed longing. You are not a sacrifice on the altar of their unfulfilled desires. You are a queen. You are a goddess. You are a woman who knows her worth and does not settle for being someone's secret, someone's fantasy, someone's guilty pleasure. You deserve to be someone's priority, someone's choice, someone's wholehearted, uncomplicated, devoted love, not someone's complicated side story, not someone's forbidden temptation, not someone's fallback plan. And I need you to internalize that, Virgo. I need you to really hear it, really feel it, really know it, because the universe is watching. The universe is orchestrating. And the universe is preparing something so much better for you than being the object of someone else's confusion. So much better than being the one who makes other people fall apart because they are too weak to handle their own feelings. So much better than being the secret obsession of someone who is already taken. You are being prepared for something real, something whole, something that does not require you to compete, to share, to hide, to settle. And when that arrives, when that person comes into your life, the one who is fully available, fully committed, fully devoted to you and only you are going to look back on all of this and laugh. You are going to laugh at how much energy you wasted worrying about people who were never meant to be yours. You are going to laugh at how much time you spent analyzing people who were too cowardly to be honest about what they felt. You are going to laugh at how much space you gave to people who did not deserve a single second of your attention. And in that moment, Virgo, you are going to be so grateful that you set boundaries, that you protected your peace, that you stayed in your power and did not let anyone's chaos pull you off course. So I want you to do something for me. I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to release every ounce of guilt, every ounce of pity, every ounce of responsibility that you have been carrying for these people, because it is not yours. It never was yours, and it never will be yours. And I want you to imagine right now a golden light surrounding you, a light that protects you, a light that shields you, a light that only allows in what is good, what is true, what is aligned with your highest good. And I want you to imagine that every time one of these people goes quiet around you, every time they get possessive, every time they fall apart a little bit, that golden light just bounces it back to them. It returns their chaos to them. It returns their confusion to them. It returns their unprocessed feelings to them. Because you are not here to absorb that. You are not here to carry that. You are here to shine, to thrive, to live your life in full, magnificent, unapologetic glory. And that is exactly what you are going to do. You are going to keep being your radiant, powerful, magnetic self. And you are going to let the pieces fall where they may, because the pieces are not your problem. The pieces are not your responsibility. The pieces are not your mess to clean up. The pieces are just the evidence of how powerful you are, how bright you shine, how impossible you are to ignore. And that is something to be proud of. That is something to celebrate. That is something to own. So own it, Virgo. Own every single bit of it. Own the power you have. Own the effect you have. Own the way you leave people undone, because that is not a curse. That is a gift. That is your superpower. That is your magic. And you are only just beginning to realize how much of it you actually have. So go, Virgo. Go and be your magnificent self. Go and shine your light. Go and leave them undone, because that is what queens do. And you are a queen. You have always been a queen, and you will always be a queen. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can ever change that. I love you. I believe in you. I see the greatness within you. And I know that you are about to rise higher than you ever thought possible. And when you do, remember this moment. Remember this message. Remember that you were told, you were warned, you were prepared, and you rose. You rose like a phoenix from the ashes. You rose like the sun after the longest night. You rose like the star that you have always been. So be it, and so it is. Amen, amen, and amen.